show here today, guys. We're going to talk about some strategies to reinvent yourself, boost some confidence. AJ Zeglin's joining us later on in the show, and I got a few fun things to get into today along the way. Here's the thing. If you hit that snooze button, you hit it once, you're 9 minutes behind. You hit it 2 times, you're 18 minutes behind. You do that every single day for a year, you're 2.5 days behind the guy over there.
Hey, motherfucker, you're winning if you get up and get in the game.
That's
I can't live with quitting. I can live with swinging for the fence and striking out. I'm in the game that way, because I learned from that.
Yes. It's how you react during these days, which is going to decide if you're going to get to the next one.
I don't need to reframe it, because that's just going to make me feel alive. It's going to give me something to work for, It's going to make me work 10 times harder.
If there's a reason to suffer, it's fucking beautiful. But are we suffering for no reason, or are we suffering for progress? When you really, really learn to love working in the dark, when nobody's looking, you're not doing it for the moments that the lights turn on. You're doing it because you love to work in the dark.
Yep.
Don't chase the comfort. If the comfort's there, embrace it. Chase obstacles, create opportunities, and get after it along the way.
Sir.
Ask yourself not 1, not 2, not 4, but 3 questions. 3 questions to find the real priority that's right in front of you. Because when you focus on that one task, everything, oh baby, and I mean everything else gets simpler or irrelevant. Trust me on this one, guys, because the answer, when you lean into this thing, is going to surprise you.
And I love the fact that when someone recognizes you for a character, but it's you, that means you're truly living you. You got to understand, conflict is different than negativity. You got to understand. Get this shit straight here. I get too many people. I hear too many people saying, I just can't lose my belly fat. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You just haven't fucking tried long enough. And here's why you're losing it. And here's how you know you're losing it. So keep going and stop fucking complaining.
You get your bedtime habits wrong. You miss your fucking snooze button. You're 9 minutes behind. You do it all year. You're 2.5 days behind.
If you have a set bedtime and a set wake up time, I'm betting that all these fucking problems will vanish like a fart in the wind.
Hey, the I'll catch up on sleep later lie, guys. Listen, if you're having problems sleeping at night, this whole idea that I'm catching up on my sleep because I missed it for the last week, that doesn't happen. You're fucking with your body, man. Pick a time, go to bed, and then pick a time to get up in the morning and get up and get your day started. There's nothing more confident building for a man, I think, than putting a nice t-shirt on, a jacket, and some jeans, and looking in the mirror and seeing the tapered V-shape, right?
You don't always need some sort of a calibration or a prize for the work, because the work is actually a prize in itself. But the work is what instills my worth.
The work instills your worth. Dude, if you put some work in, you go to bed on time, you get some good rest, you go to the gym, you eat well, you're probably going to get A's. Well, and that in itself is a strategy to reinvent yourself, which we're talking about here today.
Yeah, I want to see my coach getting after it. I mean, because we're all in a war. This is a war. We're brothers. We're family.
We're not taught that fucking caring for ourselves first is what allows us to care for everyone else better.
Yep.
I want my leader taking care of himself. I want to know my boss is getting up, my coach, my general manager of my team, hanging out in the gym with me and building the culture because I'm getting after it first.
You're clearly not going to be you're not having a fucking seat next to me, because if you're making dumb choices like this, I guarantee you're not making the choices I need you to make when it's time to go to battle. We're all fucking thirsty, right? Well, you got bottles of water and bottles of fucking rat poison. Who's drinking the poison? Okay, that motherfucker, you stay out of my life, because you're not smart enough to drink the water. Just because I'm actually in the game, just because I'm actually choosing to move forward, just because I'm doing the shit that other people normally don't do, yes, I am actually winning. Sometimes choosing to do hard things, even when you don't want to, is going to give you a bigger paycheck than you could ever imagine. Oh, that nasty little bitch.
Hey, listen up, you little shit. AJ's here.
The real strength isn't just about bottling it up. It's about rewiring the way we think.
We're going to let this stuff through and block the other stuff out. So if I wake up in the morning and I lead with an affirmation about something positive that I'm trying to accomplish, something positive that I believe that I can do, then my brain is like, hey, this is important to AJ. Anything that's related to this, anything that's positive, that's supportive of this, we're going to let this stuff through. This world is as terrible of a place or as beautiful of a place as we make it.
Yes. We get more of what we think about.
Really, all we're doing is we're controlling our own narrative.
It's like whether we're going to have thoughts that are good or bad. And if we're having bad thoughts, then that's the shit that's kind of inscribing our subconscious. If we're having good thoughts, that's the shit that kind of inscribes in our subconscious. The way that we're designed with our brains from way back when, the majority of our subconscious thoughts are around problems and negative shit, because that's the way the brain was programmed to keep us alive, to register all this stuff.
The best way to create confidence in yourself is to create little wins. Right? If those little wins add up before the day starts, that's the best way to create confidence for yourself.
If I'm just telling myself stuff all the time and I'm never about any action, I stop believing in my own words that I'm telling myself, right?
The average person has between 12,000 and 60,000 thoughts per day. Most of these thoughts are repetitive and about 80% are negative. You do.
It is. Yeah. It's never been more important, in terms of like, what are we listening to? Yeah. What are we exposed to? This is the shit that completely changes us, good or bad. You have to practice believing. Yes. And if you don't practice believing, if you're a non-believer, then you're just subject to all of the bullshit that, I guess it's like, it's the zombified, the wandering zombies. The only thing they believe in is that they gotta do the shit they don't want to do Monday through Friday so they can get to Saturday, because then they don't have to do anything.
It's a scary word for folks, man, because it means you have to commit when you're being intentional. There's no accidents happening, right?
You have to write shit down every day. You have to do a pencil and paper or a pen and paper.
Nope. That's old school stuff that folks aren't doing and aren't going to do in the future. We find a human doing great work, then we celebrate them dancing. I got someone in the spotlight today who's not just breaking the mold. So what's real, what's not real? But listen, let's get after it. When you are starting out or wanting to make great art, finding a photographic style is the great place to begin. Can you change? Sure you can. But I think what you'll find is once you find yourself with a nice style, you'll tweak it. It's like creating a brand for yourself. Here's the reality, guys. The final thoughts around this. Your iPhone's camera isn't just good enough, it's powerful. And you know what they always say is the best camera in the world is the best camera you have on yourself at the time you need it. Why? You must embrace vulnerability today. Why? Because if you don't, the guy does over there, he's gonna beat you. Yep, true story. I don't want to say making a comeback, but I know people still love to embrace the disposable camera because it gives people the freedom to take photographs, have some fun with them, and not worry about what happens next. I'm going to get my pictures developed. I knew that. I was missing the word. Yeah, go get the pictures developed. Yeah, in the black room. No, the red room. No, the dark room with the red light.